Dun, 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 dun.
I was
Dun,
drinking
dun,
water.
dun, dun,
What?
dun, dun, dun. His time is up, and also no one's timing now.
You fucking got me. I was drinking water when you did that. I didn't expect it at all.
Good.
Shit.
Fucking good. You deserve it. You deserve it.
You deserve it.
Yes, you do. You deserve it. You deserve it, and so does everybody else. They deserve it. And we'll get to the Cena retirement later.
Okay.
The Cena retirement later because we're going to start off with Collision. Because Collision happened early in the day because they didn't want to go head to head with John Anthony Felix Monroe Cena retirement.
Oh, god damn it.
Yes, I added another name to his name. So it starts off on Collision with Josh Alexander versus Swerve. Now, I have to ask you this because you've heard the music 9, 10 times already.
Hmm.
What do you think of Swerve's new theme song? Because I've heard a lot of conflicting reports from, not reports, but like thoughts from people. But what say you about his music, his new
I,
music?
I don't hate it, but I
Hmm.
also don't like it. Like it. I prefer the first one.
So I've seen a lot of people going that they like it. They're like, oh, this is great. This is great. But in the same bunch of comments, I've seen a bunch of people go, I like it, but this sounds like a heel theme song. This doesn't sound like a face theme song, and he's a face right now. His other theme song was more face. This one is a heel theme song. So a lot of people were confused, and I'm like, I agree. This sounds definitely like a heel theme song. Like
The
nothing
whole.
about this. Listen, nothing about this
Mhm.
screams face to me. Nothing
Yeah.
about this.
The whole aesthetic and whatever, like the fire coming up and all that, like
Hmm.
oh, like yeah. Now that you mention it, I do see it. You know, the entrance and everything, not just the music.
So he came out and he fought Josh Alexander, and he beat Josh Alexander. And Don Callis was out there, and Swerve said, "Don, I'm not talking to you. I don't really care about you or your family, but I am talking about Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, I came back for one reason, and that's to win the AEW World Title." And at that moment, I was like, that's exactly what I said on the podcast. That's exactly what I said on the podcast. They're going to do a three-way. As of right now, it is officially a three-way.
Yep.
Because he said that, and then about 2 minutes later, they go, well, Tony Khan said on Wednesday, we're going to have a press conference, contract signing for this match. So, yeah, there you go. We're getting a three-way for the world title at World's End.
Might as well.
Okay, no thoughts? Just that?
Yeah. Like don't care.
Okay, I mean, you really hate AEW, don't you?
Nah, just I don't know. Like this was like predictable. You said you like as you said you predicted this on the podcast not too long ago. Like nothing they do like really surprises me like that.
Okay, they did do something that surprised me because
Okay.
we had the timeless love bombs, and they were talking, and there's supposed to be a celebration later on with Babes of Wrath. So they said you can't have a celebration without us. So I was like, okay. And then we had a tag match: the Sisters of Sin versus Jamie and Chris Statlander, and they're working together. They're working together, but Thekla doesn't come out with the Sisters of Sin. And Jamie and Chris Statlander get the win, and they both start beefing with each other, but friendly beefing because they want the title.
Yeah.
But like, even Tony Schiavone goes, you know, this is going to lead to a title match. They're going to go for the title. And then, like, they just pan up, and Thecla's, like, in the crowd, just looking at them. So I'm like, okay, they're going to do a three-way, right? They're going to do a three-way. But
Which
then
was
they
also
go in
predictable.
the back. Wait, they go in the back, and they talk to Chris and Jamie, and they basically say, okay, guys, the match is official. Tony said the match is official. And I'm like, but Thecla wants to be in this match. Like, what is the problem? Like, why is Thecla not added to this match yet?
Tekla's gonna be in the match. Like she's not in it yet, but she's gonna be in the match. That's what I'm
I
talking
hope
about.
so.
Like nothing they do surprises me because everything you like prophesize. I'm gonna say I'm gonna use that word for
Mhm.
AEW. 9 out of 10, it comes true. So it's not the fact that I hate AEW. Just they're not wowing me or whatever.
Okay.
It just it is what it is.
So then they had a match in the C2, and it was the IWGP champion Takeshita versus the CMLL champion Cesaro. In the moment that this match was announced and happened, I was like, I know exactly how this match is going to end. The match was good, but I knew exactly how the match was going to end. I was like, I know how this match is going to end. They can't do anything other than the way they had to end the match. And the match ended in a time limit draw because you can't beat either champion. And in my mind, I'm like, well, why the fuck did you put both champions in this? And why did we get here? Like this, that was so stupid to me. Like you knew going in this, oh, Takeshita's the IWGP champion, and then you had a feeling that Cesaro was going to win the CMLL championship. Why didn't you plan ahead and go, you know what? Both of these champions can't be in the same bracket because everybody has to wrestle.
Yeah,
So I think we're going to separate them and do something different. No, that's not what they did. And
bad
that,
call.
yes. So then we had the Babes of Wrath, and they come out to celebrate. Then the Timeless Love Bomb comes out to interrupt them. But they're not out there in a mean way, and they're talking. And then all of a sudden, Mercedes music hits. And she says, I'm the CEO, and I love championships. And Tony basically started talking shit to her, and she was like, "It's one of you, and it's four of us. What are you gonna do?" And Mercedes said, "You know what? You're right, but I'm going to get more people, and then I'm gonna come back and kick you guys' ass." And Tony goes, "Okay, well, on Dynamite, how about we have the match? You and whoever you bring." So I'm like, "Well, who the fuck is Mercedes gonna bring?" Because like as of right now, there's nobody she could bring.
Yep.
So then we had Ricochet talking about being in the Battle Royal. And then we had a fucking thing where they're talking about other people in the Battle Royal. And Bobby Lashley's talking, but then you hear Max Caster do, "Let's go, Max, you're the best wrestler alive." And he just keeps doing this. He's doing this while they're interviewing other people. And then you get to Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens goes, "Yeah, He's like, wait a minute, is Max Caster in it?" And you just keep hearing Max like he's not in the room, but he's like it's just his voice over this, and he's like, "Please tell me he's not in this." He's like, "God damn!" And like you can hear the person say, "Yeah, he's in it." He's like, "God damn it!" And then it just goes off with Max is still saying, "Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive." So all of these people are gonna be in a Dynamite Battle Royal, and it's like that was just funny to me because like they still hate each other, but they're gonna work together, and they're probably gonna be the last two, barring MJF in this thing, which is gonna be fun.
I kind of want Max to win. And by Max, I mean Max Caster.
Oh, that would be actually funny to see him win. So then we get Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kevin Knight in the C2, and this match was really good, and like they had a backstage, and they basically like slowly progressed to like being friendly to no, I have to fucking win this. No, I have to fucking win this. And Speedball won with the puzzle suplex, which is basically kind of like a one-winged angel, but he crosses your arms and slams you down, and you're basically pinned and knocked the fuck out.
Oh, that's what that's
And
called. Oh shit.
yes, and he beat Kevin Knight. And we had a little backstage with Kyle Fletcher and Pac, and I'm like, well, I don't think Pac's gonna win because Kyle Fletcher already got the one loss, so I think that Kyle Fletcher's beating Pac.
Yeah.
Then we had the main event, which was Mark Briscoe versus Daniel Garcia. And this match was fun until the end because they're having a match, and then all of a sudden you get interference from the Death Riders, and it was to the point where you was like, oh shit, oh shit. They're like, oh shit, they're gonna fuck them, they're gonna fuck them, right? And then Mark Briscoe overcomes all of that, hits the J Driller, wins, and he still keeps the title. I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, thank God, that makes sense.
Kind of had to expect the interference though, because the Death Riders and the Don Cash family always relies on that.
Yeah, but like I felt like they could have did it with less interference, not the way that they did it with like so much fucking interference.
Yeah.
Like it was way too much interference. I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Like, but Mark Briscoe keeps the title and he goes on to do whatever else he's gonna do. You know, that was that. That was the AEW side of things.
Yep.
Now we go to SmackDown. And SmackDown opened with Nick Aldis talking about, yo, Drew's still suspended. And then Cody walks up to Nick Aldis and goes, listen, man, I know that you say that Drew's suspended, but we gotta talk about this. And Nick Aldis is like, listen, man, I'm gonna talk to Drew later on and we'll see what we do. So Cody goes out there and he starts to cut a promo because he's gonna wrestle Obafemi at John Cena's memorial funeral. And all of a sudden, Obafemi shows up. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know. I didn't know. Like we knew in our just watching NXT and looking around the internet, we know he has it. We know.
Yep.
We know. We feel it. We see it. We know he has it. And we've been saying that.
Mm-hmm.
When he walked out on SmackDown and they start doing his chant with the music, and as he was walking in the ring, they doing a oh, bah. And I'm like, wait a minute. They know his shit. They know his shit. He's the. I was like, okay, he's not just a normal dude. Like he's it. He's fucking it. And he comes in the ring and he cuts a promo on Cody Rhodes. Now, I'm. It was a great promo.
Yes.
Now, I'm just gonna say like a tweet that I saw from somebody who was watching with their family members. They was like, "Yo, my uncle was watching and he said that Oba looks like the absolute version of Swerve." And I was like, if you like think about Batman and then the absolute version of Batman, I'm like, that is an apt comparison. That is a very apt comparison because he looks like he looks like a huge version of Swerve, but he's better. But he's actually better.
Way better. I
And
seen that tweet and I can't unsee it now.
yes, and I saw so many people just like that were watching with other people that just like discovered Oba in that minute was like, who the fuck is this dude? Like this is the guy. And people started feeling like he was the fucking guy. And after that, I was like, oh shit, like he is the guy. And then we turn around and have Saturday night's main event where he takes on Cody and Once again, this is like everybody there for John Cena. You cannot not hear the way that they came alive for Oba just from the walkout, and it's like there's no reason he should be in NXT. Like, there's no reason. There's no reason. The way that they just responded to him at fucking Saturday Night's main event was like, there's no fucking way he should just be down there. There's no way, dude. Like, and then he gave Cody a great match at Saturday Night's main event. He gave him a great match, but we all knew, we even said it on our podcast how it would end, and it ended that way
Yep.
with Drew McIntyre getting in the way and fucking it up.
Because you have to have both of them strong. So there was
Yeah,
no
but
way out
like
of that. It was kind of like the Cesaro, like I almost called it Cesaro, the Claudio and Takeshita thing. Like you had to have some type of fuckery to keep both people strong. Because you can't.
once again, once again,
Hmm?
why the fuck did you book it that way? Like, why the fuck? Like, you could have took the title off of him and put the title on Javon and had a one-on-one straight up match. Why the fuck did you book it that way? It is just like these are some of the dumbest fucking decisions. Why the fuck do you book shit this way? It's so easy not to. It is like, nah, we're just gonna do the dumbest shit that we can do. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
fuck it, whatever. We'll just ride with it.
Yeah. Which if they're gonna ride with it, like that was the only way to do it.
Yeah, Olba's gonna be a fucking huge star, dude. He's only been
Gonna
in the
be?
business for 3 years. Three
Gonna be?
years. Yeah,
I,
he's gonna be.
I
Cause
say
like,
like he's damn near already there. Like
no, 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 no. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it. Like the things that we think we seen, we're like, oh yeah, we definitely see it.
hmm
It's not even the tip of what's gonna happen. Like it's it's going to be great once they unleash him. Like once they unleash this guy, oh, this like they have the person. Like they even talked to the Triple H about him versus Brock Lesnar, and he's like, "Yeah, you see it already. Like you're already fantasy booking what the fuck can happen." And it's like, yes, like we know, like this is the guy. This is him.
yep.
It's him. Then we had Ilya Dragunov in the back, and Fraxim was like, "Listen, dog, I know you're going out there to fight Ciampa tonight. You want us to have your back." And Dragunov was like, "Listen, man, no, no, no. I want to do this on my own." He's like, "I know you want to fuck DIY up, but when time comes, you can have him. But I want him all to myself. He's been fucking with me all this time. I want him to myself." And he gets Champa, and they have a fucking banger as usual. As fucking usual, they have a fucking banger. And Dragunov gets the win, even though Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano comes out to try to help Champa, which they fail miserably.
Yep.
And Dragunov gets the win. But then after that, they try to jump Dragunov, and Mello comes out. And this is where I'm like, fuck. Like, fuck. Like, I'm just like, fuck. Because we've been complaining, we've been pissed off the way he's been booked. And I'm like, fuck. Like, they book the shit out of him, make him look just the worst. And there's nothing, there's nothing that they're doing right with him. When he ran down to the ring, he got a huge pop. When he got in the ring, they just start chanting "Mellow." I'm like, wait. What happened? How did we get here? Like just weeks ago, he was just like some guy that just didn't exist. Now he's like people are chanting "Mellow" and knowing who he is by his music. Like what? Where are we? What is happening? How did how did this happen? Maybe, just maybe, which not really, not at all. Maybe Triple H knows what he's doing. No, he doesn't. But for some reason, it feels like this worked. I don't know why it worked. It's it's just weird. It was just weird.
I'm gonna say the man knows what he's doing because if it worked, it worked.
he doesn't. He doesn't. So then we had an interaction, and I'm going to say this because this is something that we have always said jokingly. Everybody has said jokingly that this is a thing. But knowing that this is a thing and it happened made me go, okay, there's something here. Because we have Javon Evans in the back and he's talking to Kathy Kelly because he has a match the next night in a tag match against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. But Miz comes up and he's talking to Miz and he was like, yo, calm down, Unc. And Miz was like, wait a minute. I'm not your uncle. It cracked me the fuck up. It did like the funny part is like Miz knew exactly what it is, but like he played along with the joke. And then he's like, you know what? Later on, you're gonna see me in the ring, nephew. And I was like, Miz gets it. But the thing is, there's always been this weird rumor, and it's always been a thing that Miz is a gatekeeper. And what I mean by that is every time a new person comes into the business or comes into WWE, they have to wrestle Miz. AJ Styles, Nakamura, anybody, you show up, you have to wrestle Miz. You have to have this match with Miz. And the fact that they put Javon Evans in this mythical spot of, hey, you have to go through Miz to make it here. That's what I was like, oh shit. They have plans for Javon. They
Yeah.
let him wrestle Miz. That's the gatekeep. Once you make it to the main roster, you have to do a Miz match, and then from there, you're good. He had it. He had the Miz match.
And he won, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, he won the Miz match,
Yeah, so he's in a good spot.
but he lost the tag match with him and Leon Slater versus AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, which was actually a really good match. It went so both of them guys are super over because the whole entire crowd was loving everything they did. They
Yeah.
loved everything they did. Dude, there was the point in the beginning of the match where they're doing all their flips and dives. Mark Henry, it was Mark Henry, RVD, and somebody else that were sitting in the front. I think it was like Eve Torres. They all like you can see when Leon Slater did the dive over, they looked at each other like, what the fuck are we watching? They was like, not in a bad way, it was like, this is great. And they started cheering, and it's like, oh, those kids are over. The fucking kids are over.
Yeah, they're both gonna be
And then,
stars.
yes, and then Michael Cole said something on commentary where Wade Barrett was like, Cole, I don't think you should have said that. Because Michael Cole goes, these kids are 21. They weren't even born when John Cena started wrestling. And Wade Barrett said, Cole, I don't think you should have said that because I feel old. I was like, God damn. Because he literally just said, like, he just spewed it with no remorse. Goes, they're 21. They weren't even alive when John Cena started wrestling. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Cole, just hang it up.
That's
Like,
what
you
I'm
didn't
just like,
have to
God
remind
damn it, Cole.
everybody of it, okay? Like, shit, man. Like,
Yeah,
I felt bad. Like, I felt really bad.
this asshole. What the fuck?
Like, shit.
Michael Cole's a heel.
Yes. Then back on SmackDown, we had the Wyatts, and they start talking about my fig trees, and they were calling them out, talking shit, and then Solo and my fungible tokens were standing there, and they said, "We're going to take those tag titles," and I was like, "There's tag titles? They exist?" He was like, "We're
Yes.
going to get those tag titles one day." Like, they have tag titles? Those are things? Okay, so let's set up a tag match. Then we had Lexi and Charlotte in the back because Lexi's getting ready to take on Lash Legend. But then Rhea Ripley came up because they were talking about tag titles. And Rhea said, "Hey, just because you two are doing a thing does not mean that me and Io aren't getting those tag titles. So y'all better chill the fuck out." And she was like, "We'll see, but we have to take care of this first. But we'll see about the tag title thing. This
Mm,
women's tag division is actually way better than the men's tag division. Just saying."
way better.
So in the crowd, they showed Bailey and Soruka, and that goes to their match at Saturday Night's main event, where Soul snatched Bailey's soul and she won.
Yep.
And once again, Michael Cole had to go do the heel thing and go, "You know that Soul Ruka is only 26 years old. She's only been wrestling for a couple of years." I'm like, "Okay, Mike, I get it. These are young kids. I get it. All of these are young kids." He said the same thing about Ova being 26 and being in the ring for 3 years. I'm like, "I get it. I understand. I understand you're supposed to hype up the new kids. I get it."
He
But
ain't got no chill.
yeah. So how do you feel about Soul Ruka beating Bailey?
I'm fine with it. Like Bailey really doesn't lose anything by losing this match, so and it only like elevates the future of the company. You know what I mean? Which is Soruka.
Yes. So speaking of the future, going back to SmackDown,
Mm.
we had Lexi versus Lash. And I was pissed off because Lash came out with new music. And I was
I
like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like,
kind of
because
like
her,
it,
okay, but the reason I like her old music, because it had like a swagger to it. And it was like, oh, this would work on the main roster. And it, well, not going to work on the main roster because they're not using it. So, you know, that sucks.
I was just about to say that evidently it didn't work because they switched it.
Yes. So Lash beat Lexa, and we get a backstage where we bump into Alistair Black and Zelina Vega. And Zelina keeps hinting at, "Dog, nobody fucks with you, Damien. Nobody likes you. I don't know what's wrong with you. No one fucking likes you. Even your best friend. She's gonna turn on you. She's going to fucking leave you. You know, you're kind of screwed. You know." And I'm like, they keep hinting. Here's the bad part. Like they keep hinting at Damien's gonna get screwed over. Nobody's gonna like him. Rhea's not really with him, and it's like, well, where do we go from here? Like, where do we go from here? Because where do we go from here?
Like I'm not gonna like it, but Alistair Black faction with Damien in them.
I hope not.
Yeah, I
So,
agree, but that's what it seemed like. That's what it sounds like. I hope I'm wrong.
so then we get Rhea in the back, and she gets confronted by Nia and Lash, and once again, they're back to talking about the tag team titles. And he's like, "Yeah, you're here, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna take those tag titles." And then Jade bumps into Rhea, and I'm like, you know what? That is a match that wasn't on my bingo card, but now it's like I kind of want to see it.
Batista meme automatically came into mind when I seen that. Give me what I want.
And then we had something that was weird because I don't know what the fuck this was. Jade was dressed up, not dressed for a match, and Mia Yim was ready for a match. Jade attacked Mia Yim, laid her out, stepped in the ring, start cutting a promo. Then Mia Yim comes out to fight Jade. Jade beats the hell out of her and leaves. And I was like, was this a match? Like, did I miss something? Like, was this a match or not a match? What happened here?
Just a beatdown.
Yeah, apparently, like, what the fuck? Like, it just was weird because like now they say they set up a match for Mia versus Jade next week. I'm like, well, wasn't this the match? I was so confused because I'm like, I swear, because like earlier in the day, I swear they said the match was happening tonight. So I'm like, okay, the match is tonight. but then we just got the beat down and then just moved on.
Yeah, maybe the match was supposed to happen, but they just didn't do it. Press for
I,
time or something, I guess.
I guess. No, they were really pressed for time because the main event was Aleister Black and Zelina versus Rhea and Damian, and they were so fucking pressed for time that like the match was going, and it was getting closer and closer, and it was like 9:50. It was like 9:56, 9:57, 9:58. 9:59. The match, and it was still going. It was like it wasn't even ready to end. It was just like right there. It was like right there, right there, right there. And then all of a sudden, Rhea hits the riptide. Like she kicked out. I was like, what is going on? Double power bomb. Match was over. Show was over. No celebration. No anything. You just got the match. You just got the pin, and it was over. Now on to the main event, the final, last, ending, in ring ever of John Anthony, Felix Monroe, Setsu, Jonathan, Cena.
Two Jonathans? What the fuck?
Yes, it's double. It's John and then it's Jonathan. See, it's double John. John John.
God, God damn.
So, how do you feel coming out of this emotionally? Emotionally, how do you feel coming out of John's last match? How do you feel?
Emotionally, like I'm like it's weird. Like I feel the sadness, but I feel numb at the same time. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because you gotta get love him or hate him. You gotta give him his props. He did a lot for wrestling and whatever. Everyone loves him. Like to see all the
Hmm.
love he got and whatever. Like you feel the emotion. But like then the other part of me is like numb with it. So
So I kind of this is weird because like this is like just saying this is gonna come off like kind of shitty.
hmm
It's like I kind of don't care. Like I kind of don't care. And I know you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, don't you like John Cena? I do, but I don't care. Like I and I don't know it. Like I don't know how to feel, but like I just don't care. Like I don't care. Like I don't feel yay or boo or like this was great or this was. I don't care. And most of the reason is because, like, I know people are gonna get mad at me because of online. And I know you're like, see, you shouldn't listen to online. You shouldn't listen to those people online. They're making stuff up. And that's not what it is that making me not care. And it's like I'm watching people have like this super deep emotional visceral reaction to John Cena and him leaving. And I'm like, I don't have that. And it's not like I never watched John Cena. I've been there through his whole entire career, like his whole entire career.
yeah, we was there for the prototype days.
Yes, and it's like I just don't I don't have that connection that everybody has. Like, oh man, like this is so sad and it shouldn't have ended this way and well, this is that and they should have did this for John and I'm like, I don't have this reaction that you guys have. I don't care. Like I don't care. Like like I don't know how to say it much clearer. It's like I said, I don't it's not like I hate John Cena or like I don't give a fuck about his career. I don't care enough to be like, you know what? Fuck this, man. Like fuck Triple H. Fuck WWE. Man, I'm sad. I don't care enough. Like I don't give a shit enough. Like I said, I love wrestling. I love John Cena. I just don't give a shit enough to be like, you know what? I'm sad. Or like I'm just I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit. Like I don't like I understand everybody's feeling like that's our guy, that's our John Cena. I'm just like, yeah, I've been there, I've done that. this is like it just doesn't feel like I don't feel anything towards this. Like I don't care. Like it is not in a bad way. Like oh fuck John Cena. It's like I just don't care. Like he lost. Like in the way he lost was just like it's perfect. So why is it like? Why do you care the way he lost? Why? I don't care.
I feel the people who are bitching and moaning, they
Mhm.
don't understand traditionally how wrestling is. Like traditionally, you go out on your back. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm happy for for John at least. Like he went out the way he would want. Because yeah, that's just the way it is. Like John is a traditionalist.
Like I just see so many people just like getting like I said, they're showing their emotions and like people are like, well, I know how it's supposed to be tradition for you to go out on your back, but they should have let John Cena win and fuck WWE and fuck Triple H for that. And I'm like, I don't care. Like I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care. Like John went out the way he wanted to go out. There's not like no matter how I would have booked it, to watch John Cena get put in that sleeper and get put in a sleeper the second time and then smile at the camera and does a gentle tap out. That like to me that said more than anybody can ever say online because it's like, you know what? I'm doing this my way. Because I'm not gonna lie, this is exactly how it felt to me. And if you watch it very closely, this feels like this didn't go the way it was planned because John's in the sleeper, he smiles and he does a quick tap to Gunther. Gunther lets go and he looks at the ref and goes, "Did he tap out?" And the ref ringing the bell and he's looking at him like, "Did that happen?" And then like Gunther just gets up and just like celebrates and leaves and he's like, you can see it like he just genuinely like looks over and goes, because there's even a part like if you watch it back right after he taps out, he looks at the ref and goes, "Did he tap out?" And the ref is shaking his head, music's playing, everything, and then he just celebrates and then leaves. It's like if you watch it, like it feels weird, and then this is what makes it feel even weirder because everybody comes out, Triple H, all of them, they're all doing this stuff, and they booing the shit out of Triple H. Triple H gets up on the ring and you see him smile. And like it's not one of those smiles like fuck you guys, we did the right things. It's a smile like, hey man, you did it your way. Not
Yep.
what I wanted to do. You did it your way. I feel like he just said, screw it. This is what I want. This is how I'm leaving. That's what it feels to me. Like
Looking
I
at it
know
is
everyone's
because like
like,
he
well,
smiled and whatever. So like I believe it too.
yeah, I like I said, I feel like this was all John's plan. And that's why I don't care because like no matter what we want, no matter what we're like, it would be great if he went out with a win. It would be great if he did this. It would be great. That smile and the way he tapped, that's what he wanted to do. No one else. So that's why I do not care. Because like I said, I know that every wrestler that's been in this business for ever and ever go, I want to go out on my back. That's tradition. I want to give it to the next person, let them win. All right, fine. That's what I want to do. And when Sting went out, and everyone's like, that's the way to do it. Sting went out standing up, and Sting literally said, he even said to Tony Khan, and everybody in the back was, I want to lose my last match. And they just said, no, Jose, you're winning. And he's like, Doug, I just want to lose and leave. Nope, you're winning. And he won, and everyone was like, that's the way you're supposed to go out. That's it. That's it.
Not only did he
And
win, he won a title. Like
yes.
no,
And like I remember saying that on the podcast was like Sting said he wanted to lose, but they forced him to win. And he's just like, fuck it, whatever. And everybody says that's the way it should go. That's the way it should go. And I'm like, but The tradition is leave on your back, leave looking at the lights. And everyone just says, no, we want it this way. It should be the new way. And I'm just like, I don't care what you want. Whatever the person leaving wants, that's it. Even John, the company man, still said, fuck it, I want to go out on my back looking at the lights. So I don't care anymore, man. I don't give a shit because everyone has their opinion, but whatever the person in the ring wants, that's all that I care about. Like, I don't care.
That's the only thing that matters in the long run, you know?
Yes. And wrestlers just want to leave on their back. And John did the thing where he took off his shoes, took off his armbands. They let him watch a video tribute, and I got physically sick to my stomach when they showed Vince McMahon, and John smiled and started tearing up. And it's like
Oh,
some old demon ghoul that died 6 years ago, and John still loves him, and like that's his dad or something. I don't know. It's something weird.
yeah, no, fuck that guy.
And then John just like left and walked off. Nothing, no speech, no nothing. Just walked off, walked in the back, done. It was over. And then they did the post show, and Cody was still at the ring, and he was tearing up. And he interviewed him, and he was like, "John does so much for the business, and like he's like, this is a sad night, but I mean, it's a happy night because he got to go out on his own." And he's just saying there will never be another John Cena because when somebody goes, people say, well, who's the next one? The person just becomes their own self. And me and you are like, dude, you are the next John Cena. Like, what are you talking about?
I literally said that part out loud. Like, you're the next John. Shut up.
And the funny part is, like, the thing that he was doing is exactly what John Cena would have did if John Cena was in a different position. He would have been standing there after the person retired in the ring, soaking up the energy. That's exactly what Cody did. And it's like, you're the guy. You're QB1. What are you talking about?
I'm not making fun. The only
Hmm.
thing that he would do differently, though, as opposed to Cody, he wouldn't cry as much.
Yeah, he wouldn't cry.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, Cody, you're the guy. Like, you're the next guy. Like, what are you talking about? It it was very it was very weird.
Yeah. He's not even the next guy. He is the guy currently. So,
Yes. And then there's reports from Dave Meltzer, and he's I don't know, people are like, well, you shit on Meltzer a couple of times, and like some of that stuff was right. Yeah, I know. But he goes, well, there's going to be a bunch more retirements this year, well, coming up 2026. He said they've got the AJ Styles retirement, they've got the Brock Lesnar retirement, and they also have the Chris Jericho retirement if they bring him back. Now, AJ is the only one who confirmed that he's leaving.
yep.
Meltzer goes, well, Brock is doing a retirement, because they have SummerSlam in Minnesota, so why wouldn't Brock retire there? And it's like, that was a lot of hypothetical grabbing at straws because there was like, I haven't heard any circulation of anything of this Brock Lesnar retirement. And then he put like two and two together, was like, Minnesota's going to be a 2 night SummerSlam. So maybe that's where he's going to retire because he's from Minnesota and that would be a great thing to go out. And like, I don't know if he just like theorized this because he said, yeah, it was like there's rumblings of Brock Lesnar leaving in like Minnesota SummerSlam. Like, so that should be a thing. And I'm like, this is the first I'm hearing about this. So I'm not like 100% like in on it, but I'm okay with Brock leaving because I'm like once again I'm not a huge Brock Lesnar fan. I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with him leaving, and if he's retiring, cool, whatever.
With that logic, though, like,
Hmm.
we just had a pay-per-view in San Diego. Like, Rey Mysterio should have fucking retired there using
No,
that logic.
no, not that logic, because if we're using that logic, they're doing there's rumors of a backlash in Mexico. Once again, this is something that we reported years ago, but like
Yep.
now they're finally closer to getting this done. There's a backlash in Mexico, and if they lock down this backlash in Mexico, there's 100% chance that like we get Ray Mass versus Hair retirement and Ray goes bye bye because it's
Yep.
in Mexico. It's where where Ray's from, Guadalajara, Mexico. That's not where he's from, but that's the first
I was
Mexican
about to
place that
say,
came to my
is
mind.
that it?
No, it's not. It's not. But that's like that is the perfect place for Ray to go out because it's in Mexico and he's from Mexico and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like if we're using that logic, then Ray is also retiring next year.
Yep.
So with all these retirements, and it's funny because like one person I'm like, I know this guy's gonna retire someday, but I don't know when, and I can't prove it. And I feel like each day it gets closer, but I still can't prove it that he's gone. And it's Randy Orton because Randy was not on that list of people who are slated to have retirements this year in WWE.
Yeah. But like if Brock is retiring, they're all in like the same class, so
Hmm.
it's only a matter of time.
Yes, and the way AJ has like said he's retiring and hasn't like specifically said I'm retiring this day or feel like I'm retiring this day, I don't know because like he could be going by the Kenny Omega logic, and if he goes by the Kenny Omega logic, then everybody's fucked because Kenny Omega's logic of retiring is yeah, you know what, like one day it's gonna be my turn, and I know it's like coming close because like I'm not really feeling it, but it's coming close. But I'm not gonna do this big like I'm leaving or whatever. I'm just gonna disappear. You guys aren't gonna see me and be like, oh shit, Kenny retired. And it's like that's the type of shit that I feel like AJ is gonna do. He's gonna set up and he's gonna wrestle, and then he's just gonna disappear one day. And you're gonna be like, damn, like I haven't seen AJ in a minute. And then he just like tweets out, hey guys, I'm retired. He was like, "What the fuck? Like, when did that happen?" I'm like,
I
"Yeah, that
hate
was my
that
last
because it
match,
fucks my head up.
dude." I mean, it happened,
Yeah.
and like, cause also with the Kenny Omega thing, the Young Bucks have talked about retiring,
Yep.
so that's a lot of retirement next year. Also, on top of that retirement, we have the Tanahashi retirement at the beginning of the year, and okay, so this is actually weird, and I don't know. Like, I'm just as fucked up about it because I'm not sure if this was real. I don't know if like what the fuck happened, and I'm not 100% sure because they sent out this tweet about the Tokyo Dome, and it's gonna be Tanahashi's retirement, da 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 da, and then they said Hiroshi Tenzan is retiring too, and I was like, did they fuck up? Because like this is what I thought. Like I thought, and a bunch of other people said the same thing. We thought the same thing. They thought they fucked up. They fucked up because H and T, like Hiroshi Tanahashi and Hiroshi Tenzan, like yeah, like I can see where you fuck up there. I can see where you fuck up. Maybe you got lost in translation. Maybe it was a fuck up. And then we find out was like no, Tenzan's actually retiring on at Wrestle Kingdom. Like the fuck? Like where did that come from? Like that was random as shit. Like they just tweeted it out, and we just all thought they fucked up, and it's like, nah, fam, that's actually true. He's retiring. So
That's some shit.
yeah, like we are in an era of a lot of people leaving, and I'm not necessarily saying a lot of people are going to do the big John Cena retirement because there's not a lot of people who have the clout and the accolade to go, I'm gonna do this big retirement and you're gonna all clap for me. There's not a lot of people that's gonna do that because there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people who have that John Cena stroke. Like there's very few, and like all of those are already going, "Hey, I'm done." Like Tanahashi has that, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm done." Like Kenny Omega, if Kenny wanted to do the goodbye, goodbye thing, he could have that, but he says, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." So I'm just gonna go by whenever. Like so, I, I, I don't know, dude. Like I don't know who's going to have this big, grandiose goodbye this way. But like I said, there's a bunch of people that are going goodbye.
And like we just discussed John Cena retiring and who's the next guy, which obviously is Cody, right? Like he's the next
Hmm.
Cena.
Hmm.
Who's the next Omega? Who's the next Lesnar? Who's the next Randy? Who the next Bucks? You know, all the people like you need someone to replace them too.
Okay,
What do you
so
think?
here's the only problem with all of that.
Hmm.
All of those people exist. Like all of those people exist right now in every company. Is the fact that some of us aren't getting behind them. We're not going, you know what? This is a guy. Or some of us are just not even giving them a second glance, going, you know, it's like there's tag teams in AEW that could be Bucks level,
Yeah,
but they don't get behind them. So they just don't exist. There's people who are Kenny Omega level, they just don't get behind them, so they don't exist. Like as far as Brock goes, you have Gunther there, you have Oba, like they're right there. Is just should they get behind them? And if they wanted to, like they have John Cena as Cody, but if they want a strong number two as John Cena, you've got Javon Evans. And I know people are like, there's no fucking way Javon Evans is going to be John Cena.
no, I can actually
You
see it.
know how I know that Javon Evans is going to be the next Cena if they let him?
Huh.
If you go back the way that Cena came up, Cena took a route of, hey, I'm going to get what is the hottest thing right now, which is always the hottest thing. I'm going to talk to the black community. Those are the people who are the ones. Like, once I get them, everybody else follows because black culture is cool. So Cena took that, and that's how everybody fell in love with Cena. He did the rapping gimmick, the jerseys, the sneaks, everything. He threw that and was like, that's our guy. And everybody got behind him. The problem is with Javon Evans is he doesn't have to do that. He is black. He knows, like, he's connecting with the kids. His new shirt says 6'7". And it's like, dude, all of the fucking kids understand that. Like, I don't. I'm grown.
I was just about to tell you that, like, I still don't understand that meme.
I don't. The kids get it. That's on his shirt. Javon knows. Javon is connected. Javon gets it. Javon doesn't code switch. He just speaks like him.
Hmm.
And like I said on one of the podcasts before, somebody ran up to him in New York, was like, yo, I love you. Man, he's like, I haven't heard anybody speak like I speak. I understand you. And that to me was like, somebody just ran up on you to tell you you're just like me and I get you. That immediately just goes, he connects to a whole different audience than anything that you already have. Like he's connected to a younger, wider audience. If you let him wrestle and let him do his thing and connect to this wider demographic and bring in these young kids and bring in all of these people, he could be Cena. Like it would be crazy if you do not have him locked down for like a billion years. And you can tell what kind of person he is by what Dave Meltzer immediately says. Because Meltzer Somebody asked him, was like, hey, do you think Javon Evans would be the AEW world champion? He goes, if he was in AEW, he'd be a world champion right now, which is a goddamn lie. That's a fucking lie. Like there's no fucking way. You have Kyle Fletcher right there. Kyle Fletcher right there should be the champion. Is he champion? No. Is he going for the championship? No. He doesn't even have a title right now. Kyle Fletcher should be champion. Is he champion? Nope. So shut the fuck up. Like that's just fucking lies. Like if Javon Evans was there, he would just be floundering just like everybody else. Eventually, he'll get to the championship, and he goes, "Well, WWE would never see him as champion." He starts bringing in money; they're putting a title on him, and that's exactly what happens if you let Javon Evans be Javon Evans. The way that the fucking crowd reacted to him, this is awesome. 2 minutes into a match, yeah, I think he's got it.
That's crazy about Fletcher. Like, you just reminded me he doesn't have a title. Like, he's such a title contender. Like, he should be a champion, and like I forgot he wasn't.
Exactly, and that's real fucking irritating. Is like people's like, oh well, this person should beat it, and it's like Kyle Fletcher's right there. He doesn't have a title. He's not going for a championship. So you can't tell me that somebody else from another company, if they brought him in, should be champion when you have Kyle Fletcher right there and you're doing nothing with him.
Hmm.
So I don't want to hear it. And if you say, well, if he wins the C2 to get there, he has to jump through a million hoops to get to the fucking title again. Like, come on, dude. Come on,
Too
like
much.
you're telling me like it should be easy. Just throw. There's nothing really stopping from putting a title on him. Like there's nothing stopping it. But hey, whatever. It it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna complain. But
Porno star.
yeah, that's what it is. And like everybody is out there. The next person is literally just out there. It's just you have to fucking strap a rocket to their back.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies aren't strapping rockets to backs. And that's what like if everything was ran like NXT, we would just be sitting there going, okay, this is fucking awesome. Because NXT literally has every fucking main eventer in the spot where they're supposed to be. And you're just sitting there going, well, this person is champion, but also they could swap it out for this person who is literally fighting for the title, or they could swap it out with this person who's literally also fighting for the title, or they could do this thing, which is also fighting for the title, because everybody who's supposed to be at the top is at the top, and you could literally just play, huh? Just you take the belt, no, you take the belt, you take the belt. That's exactly how it feels in NXT, and that's how it should feel in every other company, but it doesn't.
It's crazy. Like, what a what a good booker Sean is. Like that ending. Like when Sean looked at Triple H, like they ain't mad at me. They mad at you.
Th- that shit was fucking crazy. Like when they booed him and he fucking looked at Triple H like, "That's on you, dog. That ain't me." It's like you're right. You are so fucking right because they ain't booing you out the building, Sean. Like every time you book something, it's yes, Sean. That's exactly how everybody feels. This is
Very
just like
rarely would Sean fuck up. Sometimes he does, but
very
it's rare.
rarely, very rare.
Yeah.
Like we literally go, yo, he has so much weapons in his arsenal. We don't even know what to fucking do with it.
Exactly.
But yeah, like Cena is gone, and we now have to turn to the future, which is next week's podcast. So, to the life and times of John Cena, do you have any last words?
Do, 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 do.